All
Hi.
right, we are rolling.
Yay.
Okay, I'll start. Ready?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meridian Energetics Global Conference Calls. I'm your host for today, Katie O'Brien from Pennsylvania. I'm a Meridian Energetics practitioner and teacher, and I'm here with my lovely colleague.
Hi, I'm Danah. I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And I'm a practitioner of Meridian Energetics and a teacher as well. And we just jump into share some thoughts we have or conversations we have to explain to people, well, a few topics. So today's topic is...
Well, today's topic is co-creation and the third energy and dealing with triggers. And Danah, I want to ask you, because I love the way that you put your experience and wisdom into words to explain things. So what is co-creation between people versus competition?
Oh, well. Versus competition, yeah. We're so used that there always has to be competition. But when you're really coming from heart, then you will automatically feel when somebody shares authentic truth from of their gift. And that's when you feel the third energy. And I always see when you are going to work with people and with other people, that when you have two polarity aspects, and we completely, like, we do co-create and we do trigger each other, but we also respect each other's gift. And when we learn from the triggers and we assist each other to grow and evolve because we stay open from heart, the magic comes. Because always when we communicate, and this is why we step in now a little bit, just jumping in it without, well, one topic, only the topic we had, and then the magic will start. So, and that's the third energy to me. So what's your thought about it?
So third energy is collaborating with someone through Heartcenter, being open. And so what exactly is third energy for people who may be watching and they've never heard that term regarding energy?
Well, everybody's speaking now so highly of their Kundalini awakenings and of the heart chakra, which going nuts when interacting with somebody and feeling that great energy and expanding of the love feel. And what we see around is that people always place a label on it, that it's about sexuality and relationship. But actually, we're not in relation. I do love you to bits, but I'm not in love with you. I just simply love you and I love your gift. And this is the third energy, which is expanding. And in the merge of the third energy, this is where you can grow and evolve together. I think that's the most easiest way I can explain what I see as co-creation. Because in the two polarities, the people you're most afraid of are mostly, when you open up and you listen to, the persons where the creation and the co-creation works best with. Because then you invite each other to trigger each other and to come to new ways of exploring, new ways to manifest, new ways to create. when you always interact only with those of likewise energy and with the same vibration, then it always stays the same. And in this time of change, the only constant, I think we have to more trigger each other. So I'm now handing over the mic to you, because otherwise I'm babbling around again.
No, that's a beautiful explanation. No, thank you.
And now I'm going to ask you, what is your explanation of what co-creation is, and what made you see that we have a perfect Heartcenter flow when we speak together? We're always in time, on the same time, even there's like 7 or 8 hours in between where we live. We're always on the same time at the right spot. So how is your feel about that?
There's so much I want to say. It's hard to find a spot to start, but I think that you're right. The Heartcenter awakening, opening, feeling expanded is the key to understanding, having a very strong connection with someone. And as Mel says, most people don't know what to do with the Heartcenter energy. They think they're falling in love. They are very sexually attracted to certain people, and that's kind of their expectation. They fall into relationship expectations, or they automatically cut their connection off and they don't allow it to unfold. And I loved what you had to say about how each person can kind of see the other person's gifts and potential. So in a way, it's a very supportive connection. If you allow it, allow someone to show you the authenticity of yourself. So it's not exactly mirroring. It's more allowing your authenticity to blossom and grow through a connection. And I know for me, I definitely have a lot of these connections. So our authenticity with the Heartcenter energy, and like you said, the Kundalini rising, it's very supported in manifesting personal growth and goals and whatever you need on a practical level in your lives as well, through this co-creation, through this third energy that is available to people.
Yeah, beautiful said as well. Yeah, I like you always well, get a structure in a conversation. That's what I really love about you. And when I start to speak, it just comes from, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just connected to the question, and then it all comes. The flow is there. So for me, I think for people, it's sometimes difficult to understand what I'm saying, because I don't have any structure going on. I don't live by time. I don't live by a watch. I just jump in on intuition, on feel. And even working with clients as well, when we hand out a Meridian session and with teaching, I always go on the intuitive voice inside of me to interact with the person who is on the table or who I teach, and still doing all the things they need to learn, because it's one modality and there's one structure in there. But it's, yeah, to me it's so much fun to work with the energy of a person itself.
Okay, so Danah, I have another question for you. How is sacred sexuality related to the third energy? Because there's a lot coming out right now with like tantra and kundalini and ecstatic dance, and it's kind of like a topic that I really like. I don't want to even get into, but I would like to hear your perspective.
Well, it's a very hard topic, because the word sexuality is so misunderstood. Sexuality is going about your own authentic gift. It's about your self-worth, your self-esteem, your balanced masculine and feminine energy. We all have, like, in one person, we need the compassion and the traits all feminine aspects have, and we need to go on and go for the task, or give yourself a slam at the butt or something like that to just keep on going. So we need all those aspects in one person to do what you came here for, or to become in your most highly joy and excitement. So when you're balanced, that's sexuality as well. And you feel it when you're in balance yourself, then you feel okay, then you feel comfortable, then you don't care what other people say, then you're always understand or have compassion for somebody else, and then you relax, then whoa, nothing bothers you, it's all fine. And I think that's sexuality is as well.
And so closing yourself off, like you said, only surrounding yourself with people who have the same kind of energy or mindset, it's actually repressing your sexuality from opening to a more balanced, joyfulness.
Well, no, it's okay. It's more a comfort zone.
Okay.
And the comfort zone is nice too. Of course it is. And we get so much distractions from the outside world already. So sometimes it's very good to just sit down, relax when you don't want to go inside, and use the silence of your inner self. And it's also very, very nice when you just can be with like-minded people. But we're like-minded too, but you're so different than I am. And still we have the same passion going on. You with your authentic things, and I came in with my authentic things, and together we share, and then it grows and evolves. And this is how we have a nice team of practitioners with all aspects where they came into. And when we see each and everyone's gifts, that's beautiful. To me, that's like, wow.
So the more open you can share yourself with a person that you connect with, or even you feel a connection or you're drawn to them, but you're not sure why. So the more open you can share yourself, you can actually bring yourself into a balance.
Yeah, I guess it is. And like I'm always saying, like, vulnerability is also a strength. And when you want to really interact with somebody, it's like, that's pure intimacy. And that's, I think we won't grow when we not share. And also, I am scared of some things, or still am not sure or insecure about something. We all have those things still running, and that's okay too. So, yeah. Wow.
And I feel that the being connected to one's inner child, it actually is easier to share oneself, because then you're not coming from ego, you're coming from playfulness, openness, innocence, and exploration in a very open way.
Yeah, that's also the polarity we came with in to get attracted to this Meridian Energetics and to our soul family, and to Mel and Nicole. You stepped in with the inner child classes, and I was drawn due to my knowledge of the energy points and due to my energy work. And still, your gift is, well, so much more expanded with the playfulness. And I started last to let my inner child shine. But you helped me to get my inner child more at play. So you see, then you come out in the middle, and it's getting balanced as well in the energies. So to me, that's perfectly use of each other's gifts.
Okay, so Danah, a lot of people, I feel, onto the next shift in the topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of people are having trouble dealing with triggers because it's not just between a soul-to-soul connection or someone you're attracted to physically, mentally, or emotionally. That people seem to also be triggered by family members or just people that they have to work with all around.
Yeah, I think triggers are an invitation to explore the self, why you got triggered, and to see why somebody else is inviting you or triggering you while he's maybe triggered by something you did. So it's interesting to take an overview when you just circle around or above it and have a look down. Then it always has a reason and it always has a purpose. And if you're not react out of to protect yourself, or I can't find the word, but just to see it. Okay, I'm open for any suggestions. What does it tell me? And then, well, I think you grow by that. I can't find the proper words, but it's like you're stated so beautifully. So I know you feel what I want to say.
It's very clear what you're saying. I think that you're right. You kind of hit the nail on the head that this process of self-reflection and not judging the triggers and the situations as something you should push away or reject, but rather allow and be open to kind of what the universe is trying to get you to learn about yourself. That kind of perception is so integral to the evolutionary process, to growing and evolving as a human being, in your personality, in your ability to be mature as a human being.
Yeah, that you let your inner child mature as well with the new state of being you grow into. Like new awareness, new opening up, getting down and debunk your own belief systems as well. Because when I made a decision like maybe 3 years ago, when I knew at that time something, I could have done it differently, but at that time I didn't know. So I have to, if I want to grow and evolve, have to let go the old ways, but I also have to let go the programs of guilt and low vibration, judging, even to another person, but also judging the self. Because that will also not make it possible to grow.
And I think that the connections that seem like they are a relationship forming or a romantic connection are probably the most triggering to the emotional belief systems regarding, as Mel says, love and sexuality and relationships. So what would if you had one piece of advice to give to people regarding those kind of connections and being triggered, what would it be?
Well, you already said it. We're used to go into a relationship out of emotional feelings. And And sometimes what you see around, mostly, it's the sentiment that holds people together. But when we also know that setting free and letting go somebody to walk his own path, but still love that person, love is also letting go, so somebody can grow, evolve. Because when you stick together and everything stays the same, there are no openings for co-creation and growing and evolving. Well, this is how I feel about it. And it's difficult sometimes because we all grow up in the relationship template.
So that is the new template for relationships, creating that third energy without expectations of it becoming a relationship in the old way.
Yeah, becoming a mature person and balance your own energies and really know who you are yourself. It's like Mel says as well. We always say, well, a partner does have to have this and this, this and this and this. But we actually don't know who we are ourselves. And what is it what I have to offer? And when you make a list of that, well, it's like, oh, shit. Well, I didn't know this about me, but I really can't offer somebody this. In my case, to me, it's very difficult to offer somebody like being on time, having a schedule, having a nice sit around at the television, because I don't watch television. So I can give somebody a nice, homely relationship environment. So somebody next to me would be nice if somebody is a little bit more structured than I am, because I always go in flow. But I can also learn something from somebody who is like having a little bit more schedule during the day, or it's like you're pretty well in just, well, putting a line out, making, well, a little bit of a system, and then it can go into the system. It stays balanced. I need that, because otherwise I just drift off and I just flow around. So that's the same in relationships. When you can't handle somebody who's going in flow and always on the spot, just reacting and just changing around because over there now it's asked that I have to go there, then I don't have anything to offer you. Or maybe I can offer you that you are going to explore more and stay open for new possibilities.
That brings up a really good point, that the connection between connecting through the third energy and co-creating is also about exchanging information on a soul level and kind of getting what you need and giving what is needed, that is natural and flows from our authentic gifts and abilities.
Yeah, that's the, I think, fair exchange of energy. And it's not only taking or only giving, but it's a constant flow in the energy. And that's the third energy as well. And it's like, oh, it's so profound when you learn to work with the energy. Don't put labels on it. And just see how it goes when you just stay observative, open. When you like to listen to somebody, really listen to somebody. So I feel like I have to ask you questions, because I'm always babbling around, but well, and I don't want to take your spot, because you've got so much to share yourself as well.
Oh, no, that was beautiful what you just said. I'm just basking in the resonance of your words as well.
well, it's the third energy. Just take a bath. Bubbles everywhere.
It can be definitely intense if you are going through the Kundalini rising, where you are practically outside of yourself. You don't know what's going on, and you have these connections, and then you realize you have a lot of strong belief systems or addiction patterns or really strong templating. It can be very scary at times also. So if there's anyone out there who feels like they are experiencing things that they can't understand, but they are feeling things in their body and they are intuitively feeling that it's what we are talking about, energy wise, it would definitely behoove people to reach out to a Meridian Energetics practitioner for an interview or chat, or just to reach out and kind of see what's going on to get their perspective. And if people want to learn more or find a practitioner, they can go to meridianenergetics.com. And Danah, did you want to say anything else on this topic?
Yeah, I think I want to add to it that we all went through these processes, and due to Meridian Energetics, we've got understanding of how the energy works and how the layers are built and what is now changing at this moment for humanity to open up to the 12, 13 chakras there are. And well, it could really assist you in this time of now when you feel chaotic, you feel the change in the energy, you know the connections you go on with this kind of energy we just discussed. So thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah. And thank you, Danah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Always fun.
And thanks everyone for watching, and we hope to see you again on the next video. If you have any questions, you can write a comment below this video. And yeah, everyone have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Katie.